In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the AC condenser on this Volkswagen TDI Jetta Wagon. This is going to be located behind the front bumper. Before you start this job, you want to bring the vehicle to a local shop to have the refrigerant removed from the vehicle. Let's get into it. Now I take the cover off. The negative terminal is right here. We're going to use a 10mm socket. Loosen that up. Pull that off, out of the way. We're going to take these screws out up top. Use a T25 socket. Take these out. Now underneath the grill, just going to reach in here, pull it out. It's just clipped in. Just kind of fold it down a little bit to release the clips. Might be a little stuck. Just pull it out. You can see those are the clips. It's just clipped in. Pull that out. I'm going to remove the screws. Use a T25 socket. Take that out, and you want to do the same on the other side. Using a T25 socket, we're going to take these screws out. Those are out. Now on the inner fender wells, we're going to take these screws out. You can just push the tire to the side a little bit. Take these screws out. Same T25 socket. And then there's one going up, right near the bumper. Take that out. Grab the bumper. Just pull that out. You're going to do the same on the other side. Now reach in here where the turn signal is. You're going to have to grab the socket and pull that out. It just pulls out. Do that on both sides. And if your vehicle has fog lights, when you pull this out a little more, you're going to want to disconnect those. This vehicle does not. And it comes right off. I'm going to take the bracket off for the ambient air temp sensor. I'm just going to use a straight blade screwdriver. Just pop this little lock thing outwards. And just grab the bracket, slide it down. This just pops out. Set that aside. Take these two bolts out. Use a T30 socket. Take those out. Now on the side, we're going to take these screws out. Use a T30 socket. Take that one out. Down below, take this one out. You might see this frame drop a little bit. You can do that on both sides. Using a 16mm socket, take these 4 bolts out. And you're going to do the same on the other side. And grab the bumper absorber. And it comes right off. Remove this undershield. I'm going to use a T25 socket. Take these screws out on the sides. those out. In the back, there's 3. Just use a T30 socket. Take these screws out. Shield's gonna come down. There's some clips right here. You might use a straight blade screwdriver, pop those out, and just slide it back. We're gonna take the headlights out, use a T30 socket, take these screws out. And there's one down there. Use the same T30 socket, take this screw out. Then you're going to reach down. There's a connector right here. I'm just going to use a straight blade screwdriver just to release the lock tab. You could use a pick. Disconnect the connector. And pull the light out. Do the same on the other side. Underneath, we're going to put some jack stands just to support the frame that surrounds the radiator and the condenser. I'm going to take this bar out. Use a T30 socket. Take that out. On the driver's side, there is the cable. Right here, you open this up. It's a little door, just use a straight blade screwdriver. Pull the cable out. Just twist that, get the ball out. There you go. The bracket's just gonna stay with the frame. And you're gonna do the same on the other side. Take the bracket off. Take this bolt out, T30 socket. It's gonna be loose right there. And there's 3 screws over here. Use a T25 socket. Those out. The piece is going to slide out, and you want to do the same on the other side. I'm going to remove this air intake box. Just on the side, there's some clips. Pop those clips up, pull that out, and then you might have to force it out of the air box a little bit. You can use a straight blade screwdriver if you need to pry it. Now in the back here, there's 2 screws going towards the front. You're going to use a T25 socket. Take those screws out. Take those screws out. Comes out. Just grab that box, pull that out. Disconnect the connector right here. Just push down on the tab. Slide that off. Make sure the battery is disconnected before you disconnect these sensors. I'm going to show you on the passenger side. It's a little easier to see, but the procedure is going to be the same for the other sensor. There's a little lock tab here. I'm just going to use a pick. Just push down on that lock tab, just like that. You can squeeze it and disconnect it. Get the wire out of the way. Do the same on the other side. Both sides on the frame, there is some screws you have to take out. Use a T30 socket. Take these off. This is going to separate the frame from the radiator and the condenser. Just going to move the jack stands down a little bit. Tip this forward. You want to reach over and grab the radiator. Pull up. And just separate this frame. It's going to come out. There's still a wire attached. Just disconnect that wire from the retainer. That's out of the way. Just push the jack stands up a little bit. That's good. Now the horn is in the way, so we're going to remove that. Use a 13mm socket. There's a bolt right here. Pull that out. You can let that hang if you want, or just disconnect it. Just push down on the tab, slide that off. There's a screw right here. Take that one out. Use a T30 socket. And right on the front, T30. Take those out. Take these screws out. You're going to use a T30 socket. Once you get those out, the condenser is loose. Pull that out of the way a little bit. Now we're going to pull this forward a little bit, and you're going to use a T45 socket. Take these bolts out. They come in from the back. You could pull the washer tank out of the way if you wanted to, but you don't need to. Take that out. You pull that line off. Just wiggle it back and forth a little bit. Just use a straight blade screwdriver. That's okay, that's a little bit of vacuum. Unfortunately, we're struggling to get the bolt out. Normally you would be able to do this without taking the coolant system or opening the coolant system and having to deal with the coolant. You should just be able to loosen that bolt up, but ours is stuck in there. So we're gonna have to disconnect this hose. Just make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. You wanna make sure you do this when the vehicle is cold. There's a little clip on the back side of here. You can use a pick or a straight blade screwdriver. Make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. Pop that clip out into the service position. Just wiggle that off. Pry it a little bit, just be careful. There we go. And drain it into a bucket. Pull that down. All right, now I'm just going to use some large pliers just to hold it from twisting. And take that bolt out. T45 socket. Pull that bolt out. I'll just pry this out a little bit. Just use a straight blade screwdriver. And the condenser comes right off. Now before we put the condenser in, we want to add some refrigerant oil. Make sure you use the correct type. This just happens to have some dye in it. And we want to add about 1 ounce. So measure out 1 ounce. You can drain the oil out of the old one. And if there's more than 1 ounce, then you want to add a little bit more. But normally when you go to drain it, nothing comes out. Just go back and forth. That's good. You can put a little bit of the AC oil on the seals. Just use your finger and lubricate the seals. These seals are still in good shape, so we don't have to replace them. If they're flattened, you want to replace the seals. Before we put the condenser on, there is some dirt and debris on the intercooler. We'll just wipe that off with a rag. You could use a garden hose and just spray it off if you want to, if it's really bad. Or use some compressed air. But this isn't too bad. That looks good. Get any leaves out of there the best you can. Now, take the condenser, line this up. Push that together, and we'll take the bolts, get the bolts started. And with the bolts started in there, I'm just gonna take off that radiator hose again, just to make it easier. Just make sure none of the, if any of the coolant's coming out of there, make sure it doesn't go into the condenser. I just put a rag in the radiator just to prevent the coolant from coming out. And just tighten this bolt down. Snug that down. And I'm gonna get a torque wrench in there. It's a little bit tight. Do the best you can. And torque that bolt to 10 foot-pounds. Grab the other line, bring that over, put a little AC oil on that line. Get that started as well. Put the bolt in. Snug that down. And we'll torque this one to 10 foot-pounds. That's good. I'm going to remove the rag for the radiator. I'm going to take the hose for the radiator, put this back in regular mode, out of service mode, with the clamp, and get that lined up. And push that down, lock it in place. That's good. Now we'll get all the screws started. Get this one lined up. Don't tighten it down yet. Just get these lined up. And the other two. All right, those are all in. Now you can tighten them down. I'm gonna tighten these down. Just snug. Snug those down. All right, those are all tight. Now on the old one, if your vehicle has this extra protector that goes over the condenser, you can transfer that over. You just have these little clips. You want to pull these out. So just going to line up right there. Get that lined up. Take a couple of those clips and just push those in. It's going to hold that in. And do that with the rest of them. Now take this plastic radiator support frame, and you're going to get, there's feet at the base of the intercooler. You want those feet to line up in there. So raise this up a little bit. Those feet to line up. Okay, those are in. I'll push this up. I'll push up my supports underneath. All right, that's lined up right there and there. Yeah, put these screws in. And snug those down on both sides. Yeah, take these wires, push those into the retainer on the side here. And just run these over here. This is going to go over there. Take the horn and connect the connector. Get that lined up underneath. Get the bolt in. And I'll snug that down. That's good. Take this bracket, this lined up. Get the screw started right here. And on the side, get these screws started. Once they're all started, tighten them down. Now make sure this one's lined up and snug that down. Now I'll take the connectors for the impact sensors. You want to plug those in. Make sure they click in place. There we go, that's clipped in place. Push up on the lock. Do the same on the other side. And connect the other connector on this side. Goes to the hood latch. And the hood cable. Get that ball to go through that cylinder. Just go through there. It's lined up. Push the cable in place. Just like that. That works. There's a little cover, put the cover on, lock it down. Put the bracket in place. Yeah, put these screws in, get the bracket lined up. You can kind of see where the screws were. You can adjust the bracket accordingly. Tighten these down. And do the same on the other side. Now take the headlights. Slide those in place. Connect the connector on the back. Lock that in. Now take these bolts, get these started. And down below. And we'll tighten these down. snug those down. And it would be the same process for the other side. Now slide this in place, get it lined up, get some of the bolts started. Get all those in. Might have to make some adjustments. And before we tighten those down, we want to get these other bolts in on that radiator support. Just raise this up a little bit, get those screws started. Just want to leave it loose and get the other ones started. All right, that's close. Do the same on the other side. Get all the bolts started. Now we're going to tighten these down. There is an alignment hole right here. You want to get that lined up. You can use a pick or a Phillips head screwdriver. Just try to get that lined up and then snug these down. Do the same on the other side. Now with the screws, there is a alignment hole right underneath. If you look through that hole, raise this up just a little bit so that lines up, and snug those down. Do the same on the other side. I'm going to torque these bolts to 44 foot-pounds. And do the same for the other ones. And put the bolts in, get those started in the center, and we'll tighten those down. Snug those down. I'm going to take the air temp sensor bracket, slide that in place, lock that down, just make sure the wires go in the way it should. I'm going to take the bumper cover, get this lined up. And take the marker bulbs and socket, get those lined up on the side, push those down, do the same to the other side. And just push the bumper in, just clips in place. There we go, that's good. Now take the screws, get these started, tighten these down. And all of these. Snug those down, do the same on the other side. Now take this shield, get this lined up, clip those in place. That's good. And get the fasteners started in the back. That's good. Now get all the little ones started. Don't tighten them down all the way yet. Just make sure you get them all started. Otherwise it's going to be difficult to tighten them. Or it'll be difficult to get other ones in. And the other side. All right, those are all in. we can tighten these down. And these back ones, tighten these down. And take these screws, get these started. Get those lined up. And we'll snug these down. And do the same on the other side. I'm going to put these screws in. Snug those down on both sides. Slide the grill in place, just underneath. It's going to snap in. That lines up. All right, that's good. Yeah, take the screws and snug these down. Now take this air box, get this lined up, take the screws, and we'll get those started. I'll tighten these down. And take this air tube, get that lined up into the air box. It'll line up right here. Take the cover and lock it down. Take the negative side, connect the terminal, and tighten it down. Snug that down and close the cover. Now you want to top off the coolant. Take the cap off on the reservoir. Using a funnel and the appropriate coolant, you want to fill that up. There is a full line. You want to fill that up to that line, about halfway where the bottle is. And you want to start and run the vehicle for about 20 minutes, monitoring to make sure the engine does not overheat, and shut the vehicle down. Let it cool. After it cools, you can adjust the level accordingly. Now that you're done installing the parts, you want to bring the vehicle to the local shop where you had the refrigerant removed and have them recharge the system.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.